The Liberals are planning to modernize the National Energy Board, or NEB, and that includes forming panels to keep the board in check. They also say that they're reviewing the board to make sure the public has confidence in the environmental review process. The board has approved pipeline projects with conditions, for example, the Trans Mountain and Northern Gateway projects, and was appointed by the former Harper Conservative government. At this point, though, it's pretty clear the Trudeau government are using this overhaul as an excuse to stack the independent body with Liberal friendlies and purge it of the Conservative leftovers. One of the people selecting appointees of these panels is none other than Catherine McKenna, our Minister of Environment and Climate Change. And judging by McKenna's panel selection on the environmental assessment side of things, reviewing the National Energy Board has nothing to do with gaining public confidence in the pipeline approval process, but everything to do with pushing the Liberal climate change agenda. Out of 4 members, only one seems to support the oil and gas industry and doesn't appear to be an activist. That is Doug Horswell, who was once Vice President of Sustainability and External Affairs at Teck Resources, a mining company based in Vancouver. Joanne Jelena, a former Environment Commissioner that got fired from that post for taking on too much of an advocacy role, is the chair. So basically, she was a climate change activist working in a government job. Sounds familiar, right? She was vocal on both greenhouse gas emissions and the Alberta oil sands. Environmental lawyer Rod Northey is also on the panel, and he's the chair of the Friends of the Greenbelt Foundation. A quick look at their website shows that they've given out hundreds of thousands of dollars in grant money to the Sierra Club, the Pembina Institute, and Tides. These are all progressive groups that actively oppose pipelines and the Canadian oil and gas industry that are in turn also funded by billionaires like George Soros, which is actually a front to gain political power. But there's more. When I researched lawyer Renee Pelletier, who has also been appointed to the panel and specializes in Aboriginal and environmental law, I found that she's actually representing these 3 First Nation pipeline intervenor groups in New Brunswick that are openly anti-Energy East. They've even formed an alliance with the Council of Canadians, an activist group that dedicates their time to demonizing pipelines and fossil fuels. What McKenna has done is stack the panel that will review environmental processes with professional activists, and she's using taxpayer dollars to do it. Did she think nobody would do their research? This is a total conflict of interest and all too familiar when a progressive government is at the helm. Just look at what's happening in Alberta. Rachel Notley has stacked her panels with anti-oil and gas activists too. But are you really that surprised? Progressives always take a page out of the same book. What's more is that the Liberals have now shown through the appointment of these panel members that they don't want to review environmental procedures. They want to stop pipeline approvals. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.